Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and today I'd like to kick off what could potentially be a brand new series. Over the years, I've talked a lot about various game consoles, but I've never talked about the random limited editions or the strange oddball variant versions that perhaps only come out in one country or another. You guys know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of them out there. Now, by no stretch of the imagination do I have all of them, or even close to it, but I do have a few, and I thought it might be kind of fun to actually do dedicated videos on each one of them, whereby I would kind of talk about the little bit of history on them, maybe, how I got them, that kind of stuff. Just, generally shoot the shit and just kind of talk about them a little bit. You guys let me know if you like the idea, and if you like this video, and if you think I should continue. Otherwise, this will be the one and only time I do this, so you let me know. Now, what we have here is the Mountain Dew Limited Edition Original Xbox. Now, I'm not going to talk about the history of the Xbox. I've done a video on that. You can see that if you want. But again, we're just going to talk about this particular version. Now, when you look at it, you have one of two reactions. Either, damn, that shit looks cool, or, oh, Jesus, no. That's, people only think those two extremes on this particular color variant. I'm of the philosophy on this one that it looks sweet. It looks pretty cool. But I wouldn't really want to game on it. I wouldn't really match in with my collection over there, the ones I actually keep set up to use. To me, it's strictly a collector's piece, but it's a cool one. But as far as limited editions and oddball variants go, it's not the most exciting one, strictly from a console standpoint, because I mean, when you look at it, you pretty much this is what you get. It's just this bright green color, and at the same time, in the center, it has this that normal Xbox jewel is replaced by a custom one that says Xbox Limited Edition Mountain Dew, basically just denoting this is in fact the Mountain Dew version. That's it. That's all that's different about the console. When it comes to the box, which I'm lucky enough to actually have the original box, even though mine's not in the best of shape, it's exactly the kind of box that you would have had circa 2004 with the original Xbox. The only thing that's different about it is this sticker that denotes that it is the original, the Mountain Dew variant. And I'm not using the term sticker loosely, to just mean some sort of paint or image or whatever. That's literally a sticker. That's a guy just went, okay, box, it's stamped on there, let's move on. They didn't put a whole lot of effort into this one, honestly. It doesn't even have a controller that matches it. The controller that comes with it is just the stock black one. That's it. So what's the deal? How did this thing come to be? How did you get it, etc.? Well, obviously this was done in tandem with Microsoft and Mountain Dew. They wanted to make this thing together, and that must have been the beginning of that relationship, because really they did stuff together during the 360 and even the Xbox One. They had these free giveaways for variants of the Xbox, etc. But I think this was the only one that was ever sold to the public. Correct me if I'm wrong, at least regarding the 360 and the Xbox One. But in this case, what happened was that they came up with this plan whereby it was an effort to sell Mountain Dew, obviously. So you would buy Mountain Dew, you'd buy a 2 liter or 1 liter or whatever, and it would come with 1 point, right? They had their own currency. And you needed 550 points to get this thing. And what you would do is, and this was only for a span of 5 months during 2004, you'd have to, once you had the points, there was a specific day where you could log into their website, and from there on out, if you had the points, you could put that in there, and then on top of that, you would have to pay $100 for the console plus an additional $10 for shipping. And a little bit of quick math for you there, if you bought that much Mountain Dew, that's $900. So you're talking about a $1,000 investment to get this thing. And the saddest part is there was no guarantee you would actually get it, even if you bought all that Mountain Dew. Because apparently, like I said, when they started this, once you could collect enough points, and once they actually opened it up to the public, it apparently sold out in 1 day. Now that's interesting, because first of all, that would genuinely make me rage if I was someone who spent $900 on Mountain Dew with the intention of just getting this thing, and then it sells out immediately, and you just, I can't even imagine how pissed off people would be. Now the thing is, they only made somewhere between 1,000 to 5,000 units, so you can see why it would sell out quickly. I'm more inclined, though, to believe that they did 5,000, yet at the same time, for it to sell out that quickly, you kind of think maybe it was only 1,000. But I don't know, man. But the thing is, when it comes to the third-party market for this console, you do see it on eBay often enough that it's hard to believe there was only 1,000 of them. So I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, if you're wondering how I got it, I certainly did not do that original Mountain Dew campaign. Hell no. Honestly, I have no memory of that even being a thing. The way I got it was a few years ago. I was up in Milton, Ontario, Canada at a game store called Toy Rat. Now, I'm not Canadian, I'm an American, but you know, you guys know this if you've been watching me for years. I go up there like once a year. And he had one in stock, obviously this one, and he was willing to sell it to me for 100 bucks Canadian, which is like roughly 75 US at the time. So that was a pretty good deal on this thing. Around that time they were selling for like 120 bucks. Now they're selling for like 200, sometimes even up to 300 bucks. I would say more around $200 again at the time I make this video. It's you know, it's like I said, you can find them on eBay if you're into it, but it's hard to imagine what's going to actually happen with this thing. Like down the road, it could be super rare, super valuable, and you'll never be able to find one, or it'll just perpetually be this thing that you can get for around 200 bucks. But the fact that it's getting slightly more expensive does suggest that and the fact that, you know, original Xbox stuff in general is starting to pick up a little. People are starting to notice how cool that console actually is. I would assume down the road these are going to be much harder to find. Yeah, so that's kind of about it with this thing. It's, you know, that there isn't much else to say. The only thing I can think of to add to that is that I think, and this is a technicality at best, that this is one of only 2 US exclusive variants. And again, in both cases, both this and the other iteration of the Xbox that I'm not going to give away at the moment, they're both only like technically US exclusives. When it came to exclusive variants for the original Xbox, you know, Canada got a lot, Europe got a lot, Japan got a lot. We didn't. Actually, I take that back. Europe didn't really get a lot. I think this one was only distributed in the US. I know it wasn't released in Europe, but I'm not sure if Canada got this or not. I'm kind of inclined to believe that this was only in the US through Mountain Dew. But if you're Canadian and you know better and you're like, hey, no, come on, we got it and I can prove it or whatever, I'd be happy to listen to you. I could be dead wrong about that. I'm just guessing. And yes, I know I bought mine in Canada, but again, that was through third-party means. I mean, somebody at some point in the US could have sold it, he could have picked it up, etc. But I don't know. But again, if you know, please feel free to confirm. So yeah, guys, that's kind of it on the limited edition Mountain Dew original Xbox. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to see others like this, please feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to make them. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later.